So, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Cyprus, Mr. Nikos Christodoulides, Honorable Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Ministers, Senior Vice President of FICI, Mr. Vijay Zakar, Excellencies, distinguished representatives of FICI and CII, distinguished business leaders, and the delegation of Cyprus business leaders that have joined us today. We all welcome you to this business forum and thank you for being here. The program will start with a felicitation of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Cyprus by the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. And we will continue with the felicitation of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Cyprus to the Chief Minister. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and a pleasure to welcome you all to the Cyprus-India Business Forum in this vibrant and dynamic city of Mumbai. On behalf of the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I extend our sincere appreciation to our esteemed partners, the FICI, CII, Invest Cyprus, and all participating organizations for their invaluable collaboration in making today's forum possible. Today's forum takes a particularly important and exciting moment in the evolution of the relationship between Cyprus and India. Over the past year, we have witnessed a remarkable intensification of high-level engagement, clearly demonstrating the political will on both sides to elevate our partnership in new heights. The historic visit of Prime Minister of India, His Excellency Narendra Modi, to Cyprus in June 2025. His first visit over 2 decades marked a turning point, opening what both sides described as a new chapter in bilateral relations. This was immediately followed by the continued deepening of cooperation, including the commitment by both leaders to expand collaboration across trade, investment, technology, defense and innovation, under a structured and forward-looking strategic framework. Equally significant is a reciprocal engagement at the highest level, with our President, Mr. Nikos Christodoulides, visiting New Delhi tomorrow, further reinforcing that this relationship is not about only political will, but deeply economic and entrepreneurial by nature. Ladies and gentlemen, these high-level exchanges are not merely symbolic. They are a clear reflection of a dynamic, expanding partnership with real substance and long-term vision. And this dynamism is clearly visible in this room today, as we have so many business people, a big delegation from Cyprus, probably the biggest ever, Mr. President, that joined this forum. The remarkable presence of these leading Cypriot and Indian companies, distinguished business leaders and institutional representatives is itself of the strongest indicators that the momentum and potential of our bilateral relations. It demonstrates that our partnership is not only driven by governments, but it is actively embraced by the business communities of the two countries, which is the true engine of sustainable growth. Cyprus as gateway to the European Union and a trusted business and investment hub, and India obviously as one of the world's fastest growing major economies and a global innovation powerhouse form a naturally highly complementary partnership. Today, with the signing of important MoUs and through the networking and the B2B meetings that will follow, we have a unique opportunity to translate this in a strong political will into concrete business outcomes and long-lasting collaborations. Ladies and gentlemen, the message is clear. Cyprus and India relations are entering a new, more ambitious phase defined by strategic cooperation, economic opportunity, and a shared vision. I wish you a highly productive and successful forum, and again, thank you for being here. We will proceed now with the exchange of MoUs. I would like to call the President of Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the President of the Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, Vicky, please on stage for the exchange. Thank you. I would like to call the President of Invest Cyprus and Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. The representative of IGC, the Business and Investment Council, and the federations of chambers. The Society of Indian Defence Manufacturers and the Cyprus Defence and Space Industry. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So I would like to call on the floor Mr. Evgenos Evgeniou, the Chairman of Invest Cyprus, for his opening remarks.
Good morning, Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Cyprus, Excellencies, Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me on behalf of Invest Cyprus to welcome you to today's Business Forum. Invest Cyprus is a national investment authority in Cyprus and has three key responsibilities: to provide information to potential investors, to facilitate your journey in investing or relocating to Cyprus, and to continue to be your single point of contact once on the ground. Investors today are reallocating towards stability, regulatory credibility, and jurisdictions that offer long-term structural growth and predictable governance. It is in this context that Cyprus should be viewed as a strategic European platform with a regional relevance. Cyprus is an EU member state, currently holding the presidency of the EU Council under our President, Mr. Christodoulides. It is a common law jurisdiction aligned with EU regulation, which offers a unique combination and, of course, provides to all of you access to the European single partner market. Importantly, it is a trusted partner in geopolitically complex region connecting Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia, through stability, cooperation, and long-established relationships. In a nutshell, Cyprus offers something increasingly valuable, a stable launchpad for both European and regional engagement, underpinned by strong institutions and consistent policy behavior. It is for this reason that companies from across the Middle East and from India are establishing a strong presence in Cyprus to scale into the EU, and Western firms are expanding their footprint to serve the broader regional market. Our economic performance is no coincidence. Over the past year, Cyprus has consistently ranked amongst the fastest growing economies in the European Union. In the first quarter of 2026, and that includes March, which was the first year of the regional crisis, growth in Cyprus reached approximately 3%, 3 times the EU average. Cyprus, under today's government, maintains a strong A-grade rating across all major international agencies, reflecting fiscal discipline, economic resilience, and sustained investor confidence. FDI continues to play a critical role in the annual growth of the economy, with annual FDI flows contributing just below 4% of GDP, with landmark investments across financial services, tourism, healthcare, technology, reshaping the Cyprus economy. Over the last 3 to 4 years, Cyprus has become home to over 800 technology companies, contributing around 14% of GDP. Ladies and gentlemen, Cyprus is a stable country with perspective, a European hub with global outlook. Anchored in the EU and shaped by an onshore rule-based framework, it enables Indian companies to access the EU market and to operate with confidence, safety and predictability in the wider Middle East region. At Invest Cyprus, we stand ready to help you navigate your way to Cyprus and to welcome you on the island. I wish you a fruitful conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Eugeniou. I'd like to call on the floor now Mr. Stavro, the President of the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Good morning, everybody. Your Excellency, President Christodoulides, Chief Minister, Your Excellencies, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honor to address this distinguished gathering today in Mumbai, a city that embodies ambition, enterprise, and a global economic dynamism. Allow me at the outset to say that this forum comes at a defining moment for relations between Cyprus and India. The historic visit of the Honourable Prime Minister Modi to Cyprus last year was not simply a high-level diplomatic engagement. It was a strategic statement. It signaled clearly that Cyprus and India are entering a new phase in their relationship, a phase characterized by stronger economic cooperation, deeper strategic alignment, and greater business engagement. And that is precisely why we're here today. And that is precisely why today matters. Our leaders have a clear vision about the relationship of our two countries. Relationships between nations are ultimately measured not only by political goodwill, but by the strength of the partnerships created between their businesses, investors, entrepreneurs and institutions. For centuries, businesses and entrepreneurs have helped bring people together. Long-term business relationships help bring nations together. So let this gathering here today be our contribution toward helping our leaders turn their vision into reality. Ladies and gentlemen, the global economy is being reshaped before our eyes. Trade routes are evolving. Supply chains are shifting. Investment priorities are changing. And businesses across the world are looking for trusted partners and strategic gateways that offer stability, connectivity, and creativity, and credibility. Cyprus is uniquely positioned to fulfill this exact role. As a member of the European Union and the Eurozone, situated at the crossroads of Europe, the Middle East and Africa, Cyprus has evolved into an international business and investment hub with global reach. But what really truly differentiates Cyprus is not only geography. It is our ability to combine strategic location with institutional stability, a highly business-oriented environment, and a sophisticated ecosystem of legal, financial, shipping, technology, and professional services. Cyprus offers Indian businesses direct access to the European market through a jurisdiction that is internationally trusted, efficient, and deeply connected to global commerce. For decades, international companies have chosen Cyprus as a platform for cross-border investment and international operations. Today, our economy is evolving rapidly across sectors such as technology, Fintech, shipping, energy, investment funds, innovation, higher education, and defense. Our new defense sector is already reaching well beyond Cyprus. We have seen the signing today here of an MoU for growing collaboration between Cypriot and Indian defense industries. Increasingly, Cyprus is becoming a natural base for companies looking to expand across Europe and the wider region. At the same time, India's rise represents one of the greatest economic transformations of our era. India today is not only one of the fastest growing major economies in the world, it is a global force in innovation, technology, entrepreneurship and industrial growth. The confidence, scale and vision with which India is shaping its future are deeply impressive. This creates tremendous opportunities for long-term alliances between Indian and Cypriot entrepreneurs. We see India not only as an important economic partner, but as a country with which we can build long-term strategic business cooperation based on trust, shared values and mutual ambition. This is why the level of participation of today's forum is so encouraging. The interest is real, the momentum is real, and the opportunities, believe me, are also real. Today is about creating partnerships and delivering tangible results. It is about connecting businesses. It is about facilitating investments. It is about identifying new opportunities in sectors where Cyprus and India can create value together. The Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry remains fully committed to strengthening this economic bridge and to supporting meaningful engagement between the business communities of our two countries. I am confident that the discussions and meetings taking place today will lead to lasting partnerships and will contribute to a new and ambitious chapter in Cyprus-India economic relations. Allow me finally to express our sincere appreciations to our Indian partners for their excellent cooperation and warm hospitality. I wish you successful deliberations. Thank you very much.
Now, allow me, before continuing with the next address, to call on the floor the Confederation of Indian Industries and Subtag Labs to sign the MoU exchange that wasn't done before, please. And the Confederation of Indian Industries, please, the representative. Should proceed? Okay. Thank you very much. So I'd like to call now on the floor Mr. B. Tyagarajan, the Chair of National Committee on Skill and Livelihood, Confederation of Indian Industry, for his address.
His Excellency Mr. Nikos Christodoulides, the President of the Republic of Cyprus, Shri Devendra Fadnavis, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. Jaiprakash Shivhare, Joint Secretary Europe, Department of Promotion of Industries and International Trade, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, Honorable Ministers, senior dignitaries from Cyprus and India, distinguished industry leaders, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you. It's a privilege to address this important India-Cyprus Business Forum on behalf of the Confederation of Indian Industry. At the outset, I would like to warmly welcome the distinguished delegation from Cyprus and convey our appreciation to all partners and institutions involved in organizing this important platform for engagement between our two countries. The Confederation of Indian Industry, with its strong network of 70 offices, including 12 centers of excellence in India and 9 overseas offices, as well as institutional partnerships with about 250 counterpart organizations in almost 100 countries, has consistently played a pivotal role in strengthening both domestic industry engagement and India's global economic partnerships. India and Cyprus may be geographically distant, but our partnership is anchored in strong trust, shared democratic values, and a common commitment towards economic progress, innovation, and international cooperation. Today, the global economic environment is undergoing significant transformation. Businesses across the world are seeking resilient supply chains, trusted partnerships, technology collaborations, and diversified investment destinations. In this evolving landscape, India and Cyprus have a unique opportunity to build a modern and forward-looking economic partnership. India today stands as one of the world's fastest growing major economies, driven by strong domestic demand, rapid digital transformation, manufacturing expansion, infrastructure development, and a vibrant innovation ecosystem. At the same time, Cyprus offers significant strategic advantages as a gateway to Europe and the Mediterranean region, supported by its strength in shipping, logistics, financial services, tourism, technology, and investment facilitation. In this context, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, or IMEC as it is known, presents a transformational opportunity for regional connectivity and economic integration. Cyprus holds strategic relevance in this emerging corridor owing to its geographic location at the crossroads of Europe, Middle East, and Mediterranean. As India strengthens its connectivity and trade linkages with Europe, Cyprus can emerge as an important partner in areas such as maritime connectivity, logistics services, digital trade infrastructure, supply chain integration, and energy cooperation. Indian and Cyprus industries can work together to leverage the opportunities emerging from IMEC by developing stronger port connectivity, facilitating trade and investment flows, promoting shipping and logistic partnerships, and creating new technology-enabled trade ecosystems. CII would be keen to work closely with industry stakeholders and partner institutions from Cyprus like Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Eurobank, and Invest Cyprus in facilitating sectoral dialogue and business collaborations linked to IMEC vision. In this context, I am certain that Maharashtra as a leading state will play a vital role. Indian industry also sees immense potential for deeper collaboration with Cyprus across sectors such as maritime services, logistics and connectivity, Fintech and digital innovation, defense and aerospace cooperation, renewable energy, tourism, healthcare, education, and startup partnerships. I believe industry institutions such as CII can play a particularly meaningful role in translating these opportunities in structured and sustained business engagement. For instance, in the maritime and logistics sector, CII, through its dedicated Institute of Logistics, can facilitate direct engagement between Indian port operators, shipbuilding companies, maritime technology firms, and shipping enterprises to explore partnerships in green shipping, maritime digitalization, and supply chain resilience. In the same way, our other centers of excellence, like Centers of Excellence for Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Startup, or CII Center of Manufacturing Excellence, or Society of Indian Defense Manufacturers, can play an important role. Similarly, in skill development and talent mobility, there is significant scope for collaboration in professional training and hospitality, maritime skills, and advanced technology domains. The CII Center of Excellence in Skills would be happy to facilitate this. We also see a strong potential in renewable energy and sustainability. At the CII Center of Excellence for Sustainable Development and the CII Indian Green Building Council, which is the largest one in terms of certified footprint in the world with over 16 billion square feet of green footprint, will be happy to help. I am pleased to share that prior to this session, CII and Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry exchanged an MoU, further strengthening the institutional framework for long-term business cooperation between our two countries. I had the privilege of signing the MoU on behalf of CII, which reflects our shared intent to deepen the industry engagement and create more structured pathways for business collaboration. Importantly, that builds upon the existing partnership between CII and Invest Cyprus under an earlier MoU. I am particularly encouraged to see the exchange of several other MoUs during today's forum as well. These agreements demonstrate that our engagement is moving beyond dialogue and towards corporate partnerships and actionable business outcomes like investments. At CII, we remain fully committed to working closely with our counterparts in Cyprus to facilitate these initiatives. I'm confident that today's deliberation will not only deepen economic cooperation between India and Cyprus, but also create a long-term framework for strategic business collaboration between our industries. Let us work together to build a future-oriented India, Cyprus partnership driven by innovation, resilience, sustainability, and shared prosperity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay. I would like to call the floor Mr. Jay Prakash Shivahare, Joint Secretary of Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
Namaskar. Good morning. Your Excellency, President Nikos Christodoulides, Honorable, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Sri Devendra Fadnavis, distinguished ministers, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to welcome you all on behalf of Government of India and Ministry of Commerce and Industry. India and Cyprus share a long-standing relationship founded on trust, friendship, and democratic values. The recent elevation of our ties to a comprehensive partnership has opened a new chapter on our engagement and created fresh opportunities for deeper economic and commercial cooperation. I would like to congratulate industry and trade associations on both sides for today's signing of multiple MoUs. That shows that now we are reaching towards partnerships and deeper engagements. India-Cyprus economic partnership holds immense untapped potential. Cyprus is already India's 9th largest source of FDI, with cumulative investments exceeding US $16 billion. Yet our bilateral trade stands at only $139 million annually, indicating substantial scope for expansion in both trade and investment. As Cyprus prepares to assume the presidency of Council of the European Union, we look forward to your support in advancing the early ratification of the India-EU FTA. The FTA has the potential to be transformative, creating new opportunities for trade, investment, innovation, and deeper economic integration between India and Europe. It is encouraging to see strong and diverse business delegation participating in this forum, representing sectors such as financial services, shipping, technology, healthcare, and clean energy. The participation of leading Cypriot companies, along with the recent commitment of investments worth approximately 10,000 crore, that is more than 1 billion euro, in India's maritime sector by Cyprus-based shipping companies reflects growing confidence in India's growth story and the significant opportunities for expanding bilateral trade, investment, and business partnerships. The Government of India has taken far-reaching reforms to improve ease of doing business. Through the Jan Vishwas Act, numerous business-related provisions have been rationalized and decriminalized, reinforcing our commitment to trust-based governance. The National Single Window System has simplified approvals and clearances, enabling investors to establish and expand their operations with greater ease and efficiency. Under initiatives such as Bhavya scheme announced in this budget, more than 100 greenfield plug-and-play industrial smart cities are being created with ready infrastructure, multimodal connectivity, quality utilities, and streamlined approvals. These integrated industrial ecosystems will enable investors to establish operations quickly and seamlessly integrate into global value chains. The objective of today's forum is to translate these opportunities into tangible outcomes to promote trade and investment. DPIIT and our National Investment Promotion and Facilitation Agency, Invest India, stand ready to support your journey in India at every stage. We welcome you all to explore the opportunities for investment and trade promotion in India, and let us work together to transform the promise of our comprehensive partnership into greater trade, stronger investments, and shared prosperity for our people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I'd like to call on the floor Mr. Vinjay Sankar, the Senior Vice President of the Federation of Indian Chambers, for his very brief remarks, please, as quick as possible. Thank you so much.
Your Excellency President Christodoulides, Honorable Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Fadnavis, distinguished guests in the dais and in the audience. I realize my time limit is very short and we're already running over, so I shall keep it even briefer. Just want to say that it's indeed a privilege representing FICCI, which is India's oldest Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We are turning 100 years this year. It was founded by Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, and this is indeed a big year for us. So we are very proud to be associated with this occasion, the Cyprus-India Business Forum. Yesterday, the President paid his respects at the memorial here at the Taj. I think it's a gesture that was deeply appreciated, and one that speaks to the warmth and sensitivity of the relationship that Cyprus approaches India with. As we were waiting to enter this room, Minister Navarre and the President of the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce were remarking on the remarkable similarity on the ages of the two leaders on the dais here. They're very, very similar in age. I'd like to point out two other similarities. One is their focus on youth. In fact, the reason we were a couple of minutes delayed is the President was engaging in a podcast, which I'm sure will reach out to much of the youth in this country. Everybody knows about our own Chief Minister's focus on youth. But a third similarity that I would like to point out is that both of them are transforming their nations and cities. I've heard about the President's focus on transforming Cyprus from beyond its traditional focus on the marine infrastructure and finance, which it has always been known for. Likewise, our Honorable Chief Minister has also completely transformed Maharashtra beyond Mumbai. Mumbai was always known for its leadership in the financial world, but he has taken this leadership to beyond Bombay or beyond Mumbai. I think that these similarities also embodies the similarities between our two great nations, Cyprus and India. And on behalf of FICCI, I think we have signed 3 MoUs today. We're extremely keen to work with all the 3 organizations. And as pointed out, I think we should not leave this at the MoU level. We need to translate this into action. And I think today's forum will be a great starting point to building on how to take this great relationship of many years, of 65 years of diplomatic relationship, into more concrete steps with greater focus on trade and economic relationship. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay, and thank you for being so quick. Now I'd like to call on the floor Mr. Devendra Fadnavis, the Honorable Minister of Maharashtra.
A very good morning to all of you. His Excellency, Honorable President of the Republic of Cyprus, Mr. Nikos Christodoulides, distinguished ministers, captains of the industry, members of the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce, FICCI, CII, business leaders, ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honor and privilege to welcome His Excellency, the President of Cyprus, and the distinguished Cyprus delegation to Mumbai, which is the financial, commercial, and entertainment capital of India. Your Excellency, your presence here today carries a deep significance. It represents the arrival of a new era in India-Cyprus relations, an era driven by strategic ambition, economic confidence, and a shared vision for the future. India and Cyprus may be separated geographically, but history has placed us on the same side of values. Both our nations emerged from the struggles of colonialism and with a profound commitment to sovereignty, democracy, and peaceful coexistence. The friendship between our Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and Archbishop Macarois was a relationship built on trust, solidarity, and a belief in a fairer world order. Over 6 decades later, that spirit continues to guide us. Cyprus has remained one of India's most steadfast friends in Europe. India, too, has consistently stood by the Cyprus on matters of principle and international law. Ours is a relationship tested not merely by time, but strengthened by consistency. I must particularly acknowledge the historic visit of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, to Cyprus in 2025. The first visit by any Indian Prime Minister in over 2 decades. That visit opened a completely new chapter in India-Cyprus relations and created fresh momentum for deeper economic collaboration. And today, that historic friendship is evolving into something even more consequential, a strategic economic partnership connecting Europe, the Mediterranean, and the India's growth story. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living through one of the most defining moments in modern economic history. Global supply chains are being redrawn. Technology is reshaping every industry. Artificial intelligence is transforming economies. Energy systems are changing, and nations across the world are searching for trusted partners, resilient markets, and stable democratic ecosystems. In this changing world order, India stands today as a bright spot of growth, stability, and opportunity. Under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has emerged as the fastest growing major economy in the world. India is not merely participating in the global economy anymore, India is helping to shape it. And Maharashtra is leading India's transformation. Maharashtra today is USD $660 billion economy, India's largest, contributing close to 30% of the industrial output, India's largest, and 40% of all FDI that comes to India. Mumbai is increasingly becoming one of the world's most dynamic economic centers. But our ambition goes beyond growth statistics. We are building the infrastructure, institutions, and innovation ecosystems that will define the next 50 years. Consider what is happening in Maharashtra today. We are building one of the world's largest integrated infrastructure transformations, from the Mumbai Trans Harbour Link to Samruddhi Expressway, from Navi Mumbai International Airport to new metro systems, logistic parks, industrial corridors, and smart urban clusters. We are leading the energy transition goals, as well as our energy generation now is touching 93 gigawatt, and out of this 93 gigawatt, 52% will be the renewable energy. We are creating the country's most iconic projects by building a world-class international EduCity, international Medicity, international GCC city next to our new airport. We are creating a globally connected manufacturing ecosystem under the Make in India vision. We are emerging as a center for Fintech, AI, data centers, electric mobility, semiconductors, defense manufacturing, and clean energy. And perhaps most importantly, we are creating a government that believes in execution. We believe that speed is the new scale. We believe policy must inspire confidence, and we believe governments must become facilitators of enterprise, innovation, and global partnership. Your Excellency, Cyprus occupies a uniquely strategic place in the modern world. You are a gateway to Europe, the Eastern Mediterranean, and the Middle East. You possess strength in shipping, logistics, financial services, maritime ecosystems, and innovation. Maharashtra, meanwhile, is the gateway to India's economic future. The partnership between Cyprus and Maharashtra, therefore, is very strategic. I firmly believe that the next decade can witness an extraordinary expansion in our economic relationship. Shipping and maritime cooperation can become a defining pillar of this partnership. Cyprus is a globally respected maritime power, and Maharashtra is rapidly expanding its ports, logistics, and shipping ecosystem. The recent investment commitments by Cyprus-based shipping companies into India demonstrate the immense confidence in India's future and the enormous untapped potential between us. Financial services and Fintech present another transformative opportunity. India's digital public infrastructure has become a global model. Today, India possesses billions of digital transactions seamlessly and securely. Collaboration between India's financial ecosystem and Cyprus' European financial networks can open new frontiers in cross-border finance and digital innovation. Technology and innovation must also become central to this relationship. Maharashtra is building one of India's strongest AI and startup ecosystem. We welcome Cyprus innovators, technology firms, venture funds, and universities to collaborate with our institutions, entrepreneurs, and young talent. We also see tremendous opportunities in defense manufacturing, clean energy, education, research partnership, and advanced manufacturing. Ladies and gentlemen, what makes India special today is the confidence of our people. India is young, India is aspirational, India is innovative, and India is moving with extraordinary momentum. Maharashtra reflects this spirit completely. When global investors come to Maharashtra, they are investing in the future of one of the world's most important growth stories. To our friends from Cyprus, I want to say this: Maharashtra welcomes you as long-term partners in growth. Come and build, innovate, and manufacture with us. Come and help shape new trade corridors, new technologies, and new opportunities for the next generation. You will find in Maharashtra a government that is stable, decisive, reform-oriented, and deeply committed to global partnerships. Your Excellency, history often remembers moments when nations choose to think beyond geography and towards destiny. I believe this is one such moment in India and Cyprus. The Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean are not distant worlds anymore. They are increasingly connected through commerce, technology, ideas, and strategic cooperation. And standing here today in Mumbai, one of the great cities of global enterprise, I am confident that the India-Cyprus partnership is entering its most promising chapter. On behalf of the government and people of Maharashtra, I once again extend a heartfelt welcome to you and your distinguished delegation. May this visit strengthen not only economic ties, but also the enduring friendship between our people. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. And All I can say is that we've heard from all the speakers, from all the aforementioned speakers, about the embracement and the engagement of the two countries, of the prospect in this relation, but this would have never have happened unless we had this will, this political will from the leadership of our country, from the President of the Republic and his government. So I therefore call Mr. Christodoulides for his own address.
Honorable Chief Minister, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, my state visit to India commenced here in Mumbai at the Cyprus-India Business Forum. In this city of remarkable energy that encapsulates the genius of Indian growth, Mumbai is in fact a mirror reflection of the strong ambition and outward-looking spirit that define this incredible country. And dear friends, this is the energy we bring to the strategic partnership between India and Cyprus. The same energy that was brought almost a year ago during the historic visit of Prime Minister Modi to Cyprus, which has taken a long-standing close relationship and transformed it into a strategic partnership. A growing partnership crystallized in a living document, the Joint Declaration on the Implementation of our Strategic Partnership, which we are enriching with an action plan and a roadmap. At the heart of this strategic partnership are our respective and very vibrant business communities, the ones that drive our economies forward. And so it is particularly fitting that we begin this visit here with the Cyprus-India Business Forum, with a very strong determination on achieving business synergies, partnerships, and tangible, mutually beneficial outcomes together. Together encompasses not only the path of the Cyprus-India business relation, but also the relations of the European Union and India. Cyprus is currently holding proudly the presidency of the Council of the European Union, representing all 27 member states of the Union at what is a juncture of great challenge. A great challenge, but above all, as is the view of Cyprus, a great opportunity. An opportunity to come together, build strong partnerships and prospects. And in this respect, dear friends, today's forum serves as a platform for tangible outcomes. The presence of leading business organizations from both countries, alongside Cypriot and Indian companies, give this forum a clear purpose: to build connections, to create partnerships, to quickly move to action. And this drive is amplified in the context of Cyprus's current capacity as a presidency of the Council of the European Union. The presidency presents a unique opportunity to use the momentum in EU-India relations as a pedestal for stronger Cyprus-India economic and business cooperation. In fact, EU-India relations are at an unprecedented high. This culminated with the landmark free trade agreement, which was finalized in the first month of the Cyprus presidency, creating a market of 2 billion people, uniting two of the world's largest economies, and creating a space of untapped opportunity for our people, our workers, our businesses, and innovators. Cyprus and the European Union recognize that deeper and more expansive trade, business and investment relations cement ties and make them more resilient. Tangible business cooperation strengthens the economic bridge between India and Europe. And in this effort, the private sector has a central role to play. We, as governments, can create the necessary framework, but this framework can only come to life when businesses, investors, and innovators give it content. And this is ultimately what contributes to building lasting partnerships, create jobs, and drive connectivity. Our ambition is to translate an already strong political relationship into deeper economic cooperation, focusing on investment, trade, and joint business opportunity. The participation today of Cypriot companies from sectors such as financial services and fintech, professional services, technology, energy, real estate, transport and logistics, and manufacturing reflects a broad and outward-looking business ecosystem ready to engage with Indian partners. Our country, a member state of the European Union and the Eurozone, offers full access to the European Union single market of over 450 million consumers through a transparent and predictable regulatory framework based on common law, a legal tradition familiar to Indian businesses and international investors alike. At the same time, our size and agility allow for faster decision-making in an attractive business environment. Our message today is straight and simple. Cyprus is ready to act as a reliable, efficient, and competitive platform launchpad for Indian businesses looking to access not just Europe, but the wider Eastern Mediterranean, Gulf, and North African markets from a stable European base. For example, e-commerce using Cyprus as a logistics hub offers a really attractive value proposition for Indian companies. Our economy has delivered consistently strong results, even in this challenging and volatile global environment, as the recent conflict in the Middle East has shown. Dear friends, in the first quarter of 2026, Cyprus, at 3% of GDP, recorded the highest growth rate in the European Union, confirming the strength and the resilience of our economy. And this performance is underpinned by exceptionally solid public finances. We maintain sustained fiscal surpluses and a clear downward trajectory in public debt, which stood at around 52.2% of GDP in 2025. As a result, Cyprus is currently rated in the A tier by all major international credit rating agencies. Furthermore, Cyprus offers a 15% corporate income tax rate, one of the lowest in the European Union, and an extensive double taxation treaty network covering more than 65 countries, including, of course, India. The performance of our economy reflects a responsible and credible policy framework that reinforces stability, strengthens investor confidence, and allows the state to act with consistency even in periods of global uncertainty. At the core of our strategy is investment. Actually, in the last years, Cyprus has consistently attracted productive foreign direct investment across diverse sectors, with international companies increasingly choosing Cyprus as a base for regional headquarters and operations spanning Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. We are also seeing with great satisfaction a growing interest from Indian companies that are currently using Cyprus as an entry point to Europe, particularly in areas such as technology, financial services, and digital innovation. The Business Forum that was organized during Prime Minister Modi's visit to Cyprus last year was a fruitful platform that formed connections and relationships that we continue to cultivate and expand today. At the same time, for many businesses, Cyprus can also function as a practical regulatory gateway into the European Union, providing access to EU-aligned approvals, compliance and operational frameworks within an English-speaking and business-friendly environment. Beyond our location and regulatory framework, Cyprus offers practical advantages that support business growth. Through a dedicated business support center, we provide fast-track procedures for companies set up and for the relocation of executives and their families. At the same time, we invest in talent, combining international attraction policies with targeted initiatives to reconnect skilled Cypriots abroad. Furthermore, Cyprus offers a unique environment for innovation and scaling. Companies can pilot products, services, and technologies in a manageable and accessible setting within a recognized European regulatory framework by using, for example, the regulatory sandbox of the Cyprus Security and Exchange Commission for Fintech and RegTech, and then scale more broadly across the European market. Dear friends, there is strong potential for Cyprus-India cooperation across a number of high-value sectors, including digital technologies and artificial intelligence, financial services and fintech, renewable energy, logistics and trade infrastructure, tourism and maritime services. Limassol today hosts one of the most important maritime services clusters in the European Union, bringing together ship management, finance, insurance, and related professional services within a highly international business environment. Tariff access granted through the European Union India Free Trade Agreement alone is not enough. Indian companies still need a fast, professional, and European Union compliant entry point that converts paper preference into real market presence. And Cyprus is the right place for this. At the same time, connectivity is central to this effort. And the Indian Middle East Europe Economic Corridor initiative creates new opportunities for trade, logistics, energy and digital infrastructure. And in this context, Cyprus can function not only as a geographic hub, but also as an operational and regulatory base within the European Union for organizing, managing and scaling regional activities across multiple markets at the same time. Furthermore, we are working to strengthen the direct links between our two countries, including the establishment of direct air connectivity, which will be a meaningful step forward for business and investment relations. Dear friends, complementing the excellent work of our High Commission in New Delhi and our honorary consulates in Mumbai and Kolkata, and as a part of our ongoing efforts to deepen economic and business ties between Cyprus and India, I'm delighted to announce today our decision for the establishment of a Cyprus Trade Center here in Mumbai, a center that will begin operations on September 1st this year. The Cyprus Trade Center, besides showing our clear political will to enhance even more our economic ties, is designed to function as a hub for business connectivity, helping Indian companies explore opportunities in Cyprus and across Europe, encouraging partnership with Cypriot enterprises and facilitating access to the European Union through a stable, transparent and fully European Union compliant business environment. And I firmly believe that this decision will open new avenues for investment, trade and innovation, while reinforcing Cyprus's position as a reliable entry point for Indian businesses into Europe and the broader region. Dear friends, today's forum is also about deliverables. A while ago, 6 important agreements were signed between our business communities. This is another proof that the political commitment is there, the strategic partnerships are firmly in place, the overall European Union framework is at the backdrop. Now is the time for our business communities to identify partners, projects and proceed to implementations, because I really believe the potential is endless, and rest assured that we will support you in this process at each and every step of the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think the message is clear. The potential is huge. I'd like now to call all the speakers on the floor for a group photo, and Mr. Vijay Sankar for the felicitation at the same time with the President of the Republic. So we will move on a quick break to have a coffee and some refreshments.